said about Jason Garrett, quote, "He's not on my hot seat." Well, that's news to Cowboys fans, I'm sure. CC, what do you think? Good move sticking with Jason Garrett?
It's a good move because in Jerry's world, which is Dallas, it's important to be on the same page with the owner. Yes, every coach can't coach. Even good coaches cannot coach for Jerry and the Dallas Cowboys. Not only what Jerry and Jerry's involvement, which I don't think necessarily is always bad, but the climate of football and the attention on the Dallas Cowboys, America's team. I don't believe every coach can handle that. So Jason Garrett is a good football coach. Great. I think he's right there as far as on the great. You got to win in the playoffs to be able to get in that category. I believe he is a good, solid football coach. Excuse me, Nick. I didn't mean to cuss at you.
No, you're good. I wouldn't change coaches unless I thought my coach was clearly a bad coach. If I just think I have an average coach, but he has a system installed, a program installed, the continuity, I think it's worth staying the course. In Dallas in particular, when you do not know, even if you think you're getting an upgrade on Sundays, if you're getting a drastic downgrade Monday through Saturday, you can lose control of the ropes, so to speak. So Jason Garrett knows all the things that coaching the Cowboys entails.
Yes.
Now, this is a big year for him.
It's like coaching in New York City. You know, it's a little bit different than coaching other places. Dallas, coaching football is very, very different.
And he's never had a disaster year. Now, this is a big year for him. They need to make the playoffs this year. No Ezekiel Elliott suspension to deal with, but I'd stick with him as well.
All right, let's move on to the NBA. The Celtics lost the fourth straight last night, falling 108-107 to the Lakers. The game ended with Marcus Smart missing the potential game-winning three. Marcus Smart. Nick, should we start to worry at all about the Celtics or about Marcus?
No, I mean, listen, the Celtics will be fine. I only laughed. I wasn't taking joy in the Celtics loss, I promise. It just was such a hilarious end of the game. You get exactly what you want. KCP misses 2 free throws. Marcus Smart could kick it to Terry Rozier. Kyrie coming off the curl, and he's red hot. Marcus Smart's like, nah. I'm one of the 5 worst three-point shooters in the history of basketball. We're only down 1. I got this. No, you don't, man. Marcus Smart, your game-winning shot privileges, they would be revoked if they ever existed, but they never existed. You gave yourself the green light. What are you doing, Marcus Smart?
Kyrie had 12 points in the fourth quarter at this point. This is how they've been winning games. Not with Marcus Smart, but they've been getting bounces, rebounded, pass the ball up. Let anyone make the game-winning shot or game-winning play, but Kyrie is cooking in Los Angeles. What are you doing taking that shot? And by the way, Nick, we must let the people know. They're down by 1 point. Drive the ball to the bucket. Use your strength. Like, that would have been a smart play.
I mean, and just if we can let it play just for one more second. Terry Rozier, he's right there. Kick it to him. Okay, you're not. There's Kyrie coming. Oh, no. I mean, that's just bad basketball play. It's just a bad basketball play.
Here we go. LeBron James became one of 7 players in NBA history to score 30,000 points and the youngest player to join the exclusive club. However, the Cavs lost to the Spurs 114-102. CC, how impressive is this accomplishment?
It's amazing. If you look at the 7 people on the list and how they went about it, the greatest scorers in the history of the game. LeBron is the only pass-first player, and that is it's a credit to LeBron. It's also a credit to playing basketball the right way. Like, he's been rewarded by thinking about his teammates, and he's the only one on that list that his natural instincts on the basketball court are first to pass the ball, and that is a unique accomplishment for LeBron James.
And it's why he's the only member of the 30,000 points, 7,000 rebounds, 7,000 assist club. By the end of the year, he's going to be the only member of the 30,000 point, 8,000 rebound, 8,000 assist club. He is a lot to finish top 3 all-time in scoring. He is likely going to finish number 1 all-time in scoring, and he's the youngest player for every 1,000-point milestone.
I think that's the most impressive thing.
Who's the youngest player to score 1,000 points?
LeBron James.
Who's the youngest player to score 13,000 points?
LeBron James.
24,000 points.
You sound like Dana Bear.
LeBron James.
Go ahead.
Ask me another one.
I mean, 1,000 through 30,000, the youngest player to hit every single threshold is LeBron. Oh, because he came out of high school. So did Kobe. So did Moses. So did Kevin Garnett. A lot of great players come straight out of high school. None have been as ready to play as LeBron. And for the most hyped player ever to exceed the hype, with no scandal attached to him is truly remarkable. That's why he wished himself congratulations on Instagram.
My favorite part of that is the middle where he said he wants to celebrate privately on Instagram. And finally, this just in, Kevin Durant is having a drama-filled season. Oh, wait, hold on. That has been for a while now. Another day, another gripe, apparently. If he's not mad at another player, he's mad at Twitter or teammates or the haters or, most recently, the referees. Last night, Durant was tossed from the game for arguing with a ref. This was his 4th ejection of the season. He spoke after the game.
He went to halftime probably with an attitude, so second half, his whole thing was like he's trying to get me. So look at my first tech. I got the rebound and I dribbled the ball hard and he teched me up. He was searching for me. He looking to try to take me up to get me back because he's still in his feelings from the first half. That's what's been going on around the league the whole year. It's a bunch of that, you know what I'm saying? So I got to keep my head a little bit, but I was upset. You know, I'm a human being too. I get upset.
See, all right.
I was just going to let you react for a split second.
Okay.
I guess you don't think he's got a legitimate gripe here.
No, first of all,
that victim thing, that was heavy at the end.
Cece,
I'm human.
Cece, you've told the audience, so I don't mind confirming it, that on the weekends, my wife and I very often go to a place called Red Rooster, right in Harlem. It's a good place, food, drinks, little nightclub scene. If every Tuesday, I was like, man, nearly got in a fight at Red Rooster. Next Tuesday, man, Stacey, you won't believe it. Is it that people are out to get me? Or is it that maybe I'm acting a way I shouldn't? Maybe I would be.
Well, people don't know you, but I know you, so I would know it was you.
Okay, all right, well, there you go.
Like, I would know it was you, yes.
Kevin Durant.
Confirm.
Kevin Durant. Show America the ejections leaders by team, if we could, please, this season. Kevin Durant has more ejections than any team in basketball.
Now, before this season, how many times had KD been ejected?
Once in his whole career.
In 9 years?
In 9 years. And in this game where he's like, the ref was out to get me. KD got his first tech when he slammed the basketball on the ground, contesting a call that wasn't even on him. He thought they called a foul on him. They didn't. Here's his second tech. There's the whole thing. Here's the first tech right here. They called a foul on Kevin Looney. Kevin Durant does that. He gets a technical. And then if you want to see what happened on the second technical, Draymond tries to control him, tries to calm him down. Like, watch. Durant's upset he doesn't get a call. They're up 18 with 2 minutes left.
18 with 2 minutes to go, yes.
Durant takes all this time to get down court, arguing, whining. Draymond then has to grab him when he continues to try to go with the ref. It goes on another, you can just let it play. Look at him. Everyone's trying to calm him down. They finally throw him out. What are you so mad about? This was also after not scoring
in the second half, right?
Correct.
Didn't score in the second half. Like, I don't know. He said in an article earlier in the season that he thought there was a transfer of the torch between LeBron and him in Game 3 when he hit the pull-up on LeBron. Well, man, if this is how you're going to represent the world of basketball, we need you to give the torch to someone else. Because you are the face of the Warriors. You're the face of the NBA. There's a lot of people look up to you. And, Kevin, like, my goodness, like the last 7 months, man, you've gone through a transformation. You got some people tweeting, other accounts, like all kinds of stuff. And then the referee's in his feelings, like he's got it after you.
Look, I get it. We're all different people when we go to a new job. Like, I'm a different person than I was when I was at the Today Show. You're a different person than you were before, where you were before this. So were you. You were other. We're different people. The fundamentals of who we are different. The things we do that make us either a good person or a head-scratching kind of, those haven't changed. This is a different person than we saw playing with Russell Westbrook.
Kevin Durant used to be one of the most likable players in the league. He is now in a place where, aside from respecting and appreciating what a brilliant basketball player he is, what is likable about him? I can't find something. The only person in the league who has more technicals than him is his teammate Draymond. That is authentic for Draymond. That is who he is. That's who he's always been. And by the way, what does it matter? Here's what it matters. Once you get to 16 technicals, you're suspended a game. That carries over into the playoffs. The idea that Kevin Durant's all of a sudden going to be able to flip a switch, and the idea that Durant is saying, oh, the ref's out to get me. Have some self-awareness, man. Have some, and it's just I don't get it. I don't know why he's so angry this year. He got everything he ever wanted. Basketball's never been easier for him. He's never been a heavier favorite. And he's been ejected more than any team
in
the league.
Mad.
So mad.
All right, back to the
Big mad.
Back to the NFL now. At some point in the not too distant future, the name Tom Brady will be used as an adjective describing excellence at any level, at any age. Here, for example, I'll use it in a sentence. Hey, Deanna, you were so Tom Brady in your music class today. You see what I'm saying? Adjective. Patriots quarterback is heading to a record 8th Super Bowl, his 3rd in 4 years. He is on pace, if he hasn't already, to secure himself as the greatest quarterback of all time. So, Cece, I will tweak that ever so slightly and ask you, do you think he's the greatest athlete of all time as well?
It's really hard when we start trying to get into distinguishing among the athletes that are the greatest in their sports or the greatest at what they did. How much are we going to weigh on how athletic they are? Because if you look at Tom Brady and if you try to do that with whoever you thought was the greatest baseball player, whoever you thought was the greatest basketball player in other sports, cycling, swimming, golf, all those things, you're not going to come up with the salute that, oh yeah, Tom Brady, he's one of the best. But is he in athletics, is he one of the greatest that's ever been a high achiever or a champion? Absolutely. And to me, I don't care how they do it. I don't care. You don't have to be 7 foot tall to be the greatest basketball player. So you don't have to be the most athletic to be the greatest football player or the greatest athlete. Now, I think that Jerry Rice is probably the greatest football player I've ever seen. And he was able to play at a high level in an extended period of time that no one had ever seen. Tom Brady, I said yesterday, if there's a book on quarterbacks, he's added a few chapters to that. So if you're going to have a conversation, yes, he would be in there with me with the Muhammad Ali's, the Michael Jordans, yes, the Wayne Gretzky's. But is he the greatest of them? Tom Brady being in the same breath with the lack of athleticism is the accomplishment, the greatest probably of his lifetime.
It is impossible to have a definitive list here, right? Because it depends on whether you want overall athleticism, whether you want multi-sport star, whether you're one of these crazy people that are like the best athlete in the world, the decathlete. Like, but what I can say is this, as far as football goes. I don't know if Lawrence Taylor or Jim Brown or Jerry Rice or Tom Brady are the greatest football players ever. What I do know is this. If you owned a team and you have the entirety of 98-year history of football and you say you can have any player of the entire history of the league for their entire career, who is your #1 pick? That's Tom Brady. Now, part of that's the position he plays. Part of that's the outsized importance of quarterback.
Would you agree with that?
That's a very good exercise. Yes, I would have to because of the position. I couldn't take Jerry Rice over him.
What gave you pause? Why did you pause?
I'm trying to also look at who I consider. We as Hall of Famers consider Jim Brown to be the greatest that's ever played. But the influence the running backs had on the game was the same influence that quarterbacks have on today's game. I asked Jim Brown who he thought was the greatest football player this summer, and he told me, blew my mind, said Jim Thorpe. So I was like, man, I got to start looking at things a little bit different. So it's hard to have a list. But Tom Brady being listed in the same breath as Jim Thorpe, Jim Brown. I mean, Jim Thorpe was a decathlete too. I mean, so that's the tremendous thing to his accomplishments, that we're dropping athleticism for his overall accomplishments.
Right. And the other thing on Brady that I just want to, no one has done more to enhance a legacy post age 35 than Tom Brady. If Tom Brady stopped playing at age 35, he would be on the list of greatest quarterbacks ever.
Yes.
Most people probably have him just shy of Joe Montana, because at age 35, he only had the 3 championships. Post 35, to win 2 more Super Bowls, to go to a 3rd, maybe win a 3rd, to add another MVP likely this year, to do the things he's done at this final stage of his career, it's unlike anything that I've seen in sports. And so that's why he is at least in the running for that amazing amazing title.
And something you can understand, it takes much longer to get yourself in shape as you get older. I'm 43, and I kill myself to have a 1/1,000,000th of the athleticism right now that he has. So for someone who's not gifted to be able to put himself in that shape and stay healthy week in and work out, the resiliency, the flexibility, the mobility, all of it is really, really a testament to who he is and the work that he's put into it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, coming up, is it time to blow up the Cavaliers? Next on First Things First.
You know how you said Tom Brady's going to be an adjective?
You should have
Yeah.
told
The
him.
sentence you used, it was an adverb.